what's going on, everybody? My name is Haimuno, and welcome back to my Minecraft Survival Let's Play Series, episode 33. So, on the last episode, we took a trip to the Pale Garden and went and grabbed some of the goodies out of that. And real quick, in between the episodes, I have gotten myself this beautiful, beautiful eye blossom cape. That's right, I did the daily challenges and had a lot of fun doing it, actually. Like, my favorite one was the dropper. I actually like those like little mini games like that, and the one where you drop through and had to get it in a quick amount of time in order to get one of the challenges to get the cape. That was pretty cool. And the eye blossom is like one of my favorite parts of the new update. Like a new flower. I just think the concept that it only comes open at night is really awesome. And we snagged a few of those in the last episode in our Adventures of the Pale Garden. Now, at the end of the last episode, I talked about a big project down here, the base away from the base. And I started mining out some of this, and it's going to be like a staircase down. Then it's going to be this huge storage bunker. I'm talking about massive. I've been planning this thing out in creative, and it'll store like almost every item in Minecraft. Not every item. We're not about to make a storage thing that has like where I can go get fence post out of one chest or something like that. No, it's going to be an auto sorter for like all the, like most of the blocks of Minecraft. And I really love the design and like the floor I'm going to put in that thing. It's going to be really cool. I can't wait for you to see that. It's not going to be done all in this episode. Like, we're going to start doing the digging out of it in this episode and probably plan it out in other episodes. It's going to be over the course of the next few episodes type vibes there with that. And it also like just switching it up, like doing parts of the castle, doing parts of the underground bunker, what I'm calling the base away from the base, a little more with the town area there. And also we're going to get on to another farm in this episode. I've been looking at some of the resin farms, and I want to build a resin farm because it is the new cool thing to do with the creaking and the creaking hearts. So I'm going to be building a resin farm in this episode at some point. So I'm looking forward to it. So I guess, get ready and relax, and let's enjoy the episode. Okay, so I'm down here at the tunnel that I mined out, fixing to mine out the big, huge area for the base away from the base, the storage bunker. As you can see, I set up the beacon, and I've actually got some, see, that's the little stairway down. I actually got some of the new pale oak wood stripped. They're going to kind of be like the support pillars down here, and this is going to be like the hallway. Like when you come down the stairwell here, this is going to be the little hallway going in, and then right here is going to be open up to a huge area. So I'm about to do a lot of insta mining. That's why I got the beacon set up. It's a little crammed down here. I had to like knock into this wall to get the beacon in, but that'll get fixed. But this room that I'm going to mine out here in a second, it's just the center. It's huge. This thing's going to be huge because it's going to store tons of items, and I'm going to do it like one huge rectangle. All of the storage stuff's going to be on the sides and the walls, and the redstones are going to be tucked in the walls here. But this huge middle piece is going to have like a nice centerpiece that I can fly in and out of, so I ain't got to always use this entrance. And it's gonna have like some cool designs in the floor. Anyway, you'll see all that down the road. But right now, I'm about to get started doing some insta mining. So here we go. So here we are back with another little insta mine sesh. You know, a little voiceover. Just, you know, jamming out to some music and insta mining. It's one of the cooler, relaxing things in Minecraft. I mean, you got a big old huge like 50 by 38, I think this was, rectangle, 5 high, and you just got to get all the blocks out of your way so you can put your build in. And there's nothing like setting up a beacon and just going at it and the blocks falling away. What the only aggravating part of it is like you gotta, you know, I go around the edges first to try to make so I don't mine out more than what I need, and then I just go to town. and it's one of the funner things that you can do in Minecraft. Like, it's so weird being able to insta-mine in a world, and then you go start a new world and you can't insta-mine, and you got to mine out the blocks yourself, like slowly with the iron pick or stone pick, and it's so crazy going back and forth between the two. But yeah, this is on my new mic setup. Are you guys enjoying the new mic? Now, the earlier clips that you just heard before this are the old mic, and I think everything after this is going to be the new mic. So let me know how the audio's sounding, like on y'all's guys' end, because like to me it sounds great. I had to adjust it because the old mic of mine was like a little weirder, and I had to do all kinds of filters on it to make it sound good. This one is just a higher quality mic, so it took me a minute to adjust it to get the sound right. So just let me know how you guys feeling. And by the way, I think this video may go out a couple days before Christmas, and so I may be taking like a tad bit of a break off from making videos, enjoying the holidays with some family and friends. So yeah, if you don't see me post in a while, that's why. But I'll be back to start the new year off bigger, better, and really hitting that grind. So I hope you enjoy your holidays and celebrate the way you celebrate, and hope you have a good time. And fixing to end this time lapse here, so enjoy the rest of the video. All right, so we are done mining out. I mean, that's like one of the funnest things to do in Minecraft, is just set up a beacon and instant mine you an entire huge square, like a cube. Actually, it's actually a rectangle if you want to get technical with it. But I put these pale oak logs, the stripped ones, in here because these are going to be like the support banisters. I think they look like marble whenever they're stripped, like looks like some marble posts. But anyway, this isn't done. This is just the main little room. Like, this is going to be this is all going to be wide open. I mean, at the end of this, it'll look like major overkill, because it will be overkill, because there's going to be some items that I store in here that isn't going to be like probably ever fill up a chest full of them. But I mean, I'm going to store it in here to store it in here. Now, when over here is going to be like the input system for the whole thing, and it's literally going to go around the entire square, and the last item will be over here, and then there'll be like an overflow chest. So if I put something in it that isn't sortable, it'll pop out over here if I ever accidentally put something into the system. And then right beside the input, I'm going to put 8 items that I think are going to have, that I'm going to use a lot of, like stone and cobble and dirt, that are going to fill up more than 2 chests. So they're going to be like 4 high, and then the rest of the system's only going to be 2 high chests. You'll see when I get, but that's all we're going to do in here on this episode, because like this is going to be over the multiple episodes, like I've been saying. So now that we've got this all mined out, and I'm happy about that, I still got to mine out the walls. They got to go like 8 deep and 8 high to fit all the redstone in them. But like I said, we're finished down here. So the next thing I want to do in the episode is build a resin farm. Take some of that pale oak logs, some of the creaking hearts, summon some creakings, and make a resin farm. So let's go do that. Okay, so here we are over at the nether tree farm island deal, mabob thing that I made a while back, that's got the nether tree farm and the fungus farm in them over here. And what I want to do with the resin farm, this isn't going to be some super huge resin farm. It is a very simple little small, only 1 creaking heart resin farm that you have to manually punch the creaking yourself, and you get a couple stacks of resin clumps. And it actually is a design by Basic Redstone. I'll link the video in the description. It's very simple little design. So I'm going to build it here. And you have to, like I said, you have to manually punch him at night, 1 creaking. And this is just something to get us going, to get some resin. I don't really see me building with a ton of the resin bricks, because I mean it is a very vibrant orange. But I mean, if I do, then I'll probably end up building a bigger one. This one right now is just to like let me get some clumps and have it and mess around with. Like I can see myself placing like little clumps on stuff and everything, and it is going to be one of the items I'm storing in the storing system. So that's something else I'm going to be doing over the next course of the episodes, is getting some blocks that I haven't got yet, like mycelium and the mushroom blocks and stuff. So yeah, let's get started on this redstone. This resin farm, not a redstone farm. I mean, it is got some redstone in it, but yeah, let's get started on this resin farm. Okay, first things first, you're going to want to build the little creaking heart pillar, as I like to call it, where it activates the creaking heart at night. That will summon a creaking, so we got to be careful. We got to hurry up and get this farm in. I need some temporary blocks. Some of this grass that I cleared out would be great. Then next you want to do let me get rid of these. You want to do 3 temporary blocks around the side like so. And then you want to pick one of the sides and make sure the observer is going straight down like that. I think I still need these temporary blocks. And then the next step, after you do the observers facing down, then you're going to want to put in a half slab, some redstone dust on top of the observer, and then a half slab on top of that. So it's kind of tricky like this. I think we're going to go like this, and then bam, like that. And then the next part, I'm kind of wondering, like, do I still need the temporary blocks? I'm a little fuzzy on. And then, yeah, you want to go over like that. There we go. That's what we want. And then actually, we're going to get our sticky piston out. We can remove these temporary blocks and do this with the sticky piston. Okay, so I kind of messed up a tad bit. We're going to go back up with the temporary blocks here, and you're going to want to break this slab and then put a redstone dust there, and then get that slab back out and do that number there. And that is pretty much going to be the main part of the farm. And then we're going to go out 4 blocks from each area here, which in all is going to equal out to be a 9x9 square. Yeah, and then now you're going to want to connect them. But yeah, I'm going to leave a link to Basic Redstone's video in the description. Like I said, I mean, this farm, it's like really simple to build. So like, go watch their video. It explains it a whole lot better, and it's like way simple. Anyway, and then once we do that, then you're going to want to right underneath it go 1, 2, yeah, and then 1 block over. And then we're going to place the chest here, and then a trap door. Not that trap, not both of them, just one. You're going to want 1 trap door like so. And then so that way you can, well, I messed that up. Yeah, you're going to want trap door so you can see the chest, get to the chest, because that's going to be a hopper. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's do it like this. No, because then that's going to mess up the water flow. Huh. Is it like that? Yeah, that way I can get to the chest. Okay. And then you're going to take out your water. and water in each corner. Trying to hurry up and get this done for that creaking spawns in, because we don't want him, because like, okay, so that should get all the items. Move this here. We're going to clear off some more blocks. We're not, this area we're not trying to make look super cute, so. Okay. And then you're going to go 2 blocks from here and go down 2 more blocks and get out the rest of the trap doors, and then do this number, so because we're going to trick the creaking down into here, and then you're going to come back a block, go down only 2, have a trap door. We'll get the trap door in a second. Yeah, we got to go down one more. Yeah, because the creaking is going to be here. Get out some ladders to get back up. Yep. Need that block to go back. There we go. And trap door here. And you're going to want to make sure that around this area is lit up, which I think I've done. Okay, see, he's summoned in, but I think I've done that with the frog lights. And see, now that he's spawned in, it should be ready. Like, oh no, I did something wrong, I think. No, it's right. All right, come on, follow me. You want the creaking to fall in this hole. Get in the hole. Hey. You can't shove them. That sucks. There we go. He's in. Okay. And then I come down here. Okay. So here I am, slicing away at him. It's still the same night. I figured out, I don't have an auto clicker set up on my PC, but I figured out how it works. What it does is the resin will spawn in on the logs, and the observer detects it, and kind of like in the sugarcane farm, and it activates the sticky piston and pulls the log up. Thus, any resin that's accumulated on that log falls off. Now, it doesn't, it like makes it go up and down real quick, and it shakes all the resin off. It doesn't get the resin off the bottom log, but I mean, you're going to get about anywhere from 5 to 8 stacks doing this. I've just been clicking myself. This is still the first night. And the reason why it doesn't deactivate the creaking, that's why I was confused if the sticky piston pulls up the top log. Okay, it's daytime. So, as you can see, it's day. That's why he despawned. But the reason why the creaking doesn't fade away when you take this top block off, because once he spawned in at night, the only way to get rid of him is to break the creaking heart with silk touch, which I don't need to chop with this axe, like we learned in the Pale Garden. I don't have silk touch. But see, that was just that little bit, me hopping back and forth and being confused by it and having to check things out. If I stayed down here for a whole night and did it, I would get a ton more of this stuff. But this, I'm going to actually take all this back with me. But I mean, this is just a small little farm that I saw, and I wanted to build this instead of some ginormous, huge thing. Because, like, I mean, let me break these. But, I mean, I plan on probably using some of the resin clumps for stuff like this, like putting it on some builds to add in some little decorative things here and there. But can it go? Yeah, oh, it can go underwater. That's cool. I did not know that. But what's it look like on? Can you put it on trap door? You can put it on top of trap doors. But anyway, getting distracted here. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm gonna use some to make blocks out of, because it's got to go in the storage system. and stuff like that. But I mean, that was just a small little farm. If I find out that like I'm going to be using way more beacon beam light incoming now. There it is. Okay. I was wondering why the beacon beam didn't pop up. But anyway, if I find out I'm using way more than what I've gotten, then I will make a bigger farm. Can you put it on the side? No, you can't put it on the side of those. But I mean, see that right there just looks like some kind of berry bush. I'm actually going to leave that. I think it looks cool. But that is the resin farm. Let me see it. That only accumulated 15 blocks. God, that is satisfying. That might be my new favorite satisfying thing in Minecraft. Insta-mining resin blocks. I've been putting them in, where have I been? Oh, with the stuff. There we go. So now that the resin farm is done, let's go lay out more of the base away from the base and talk about a little bit more about that. Okay, so real quick, I want to fly back over here to where I built the resin farm at earlier. And I've made some changes because that one little cell that it had, and then like you have to sit here and hit the creaking all night, and then the one gathers up the clumps like earlier. I was like, yeah, that's good, but you'd have to like, and you really can't AFK at this farm because you got to be present to lure them in every night, and then you got to be the one. You can get a clicker once you get them lured in, but you got to get them lured in, so you can't really AFK per se. So what I've done, and you still can't AFK at this version neither, but what I've done is I put this glass shell around it so the resin doesn't get lost, because I've added 6 more cells to it. You can actually stack this up side by side to where now the observer reads each of the top logs, and when resin's present, it'll fire the sticky piston and it picks up the log and then pushes it back down, thus popping the resin off. Now resin, I got to go back and get some more glass to fill this little bit in here, but as you can see, resin will still fall up there, and so technically it is a loss, and resin will actually come up here on this glass ceiling because when it pops, it'll like shoot it through the blocks. But I did a whole overnight session, and this chest that's down in there, I made a little opening over here, but this chest down in here, I done got it all out of here, is almost filled up. And I stopped about halfway through the night. Now, the little troubling part of this is I'm fixing to show you is you got 8 creakings, well, 7 creakings that spawn. Yes, all on cue, like that, and they'll spawn everywhere. And so you got to try to get all of them to come inside of the. You got to get them all. You got to lure 7 instead of 1 now, which is kind of difficult because they don't want to go in the hole. There's 1 out of the 7. You got to make sure you stay eating and looking at. And so see, if you don't get them in there like right away, you kind of, he's in there. You kind of wasting your time most of your night there. Yeah, that's 3 in, or 4 in, the count. There's 3 in there. Okay, this is 4 and 5. 4, 5. So you just got to play with them and like look at them, don't look at them. Play like a red light, green light with them. See, like this one doesn't even know I'm there. Red light, green light, red light, green light, red light, green light, red light. Back, you know, the old schoolyard game that you used to play in the back in the day. There we go. That's 6. Now, where is the last one? Have I already gotten them in here and I just don't know it yet? Have I gotten 7 in? Seems like I've gotten 7 in because, like, I feel like he'd have came. I must have just miscounted. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 5. No, they're stacked on top of each other. But then you just go down in here, get them all to look at you. They're angry. And then just start swiping. Just like before. My sword is hitting all of them because I got sweeping edge. And let me, like, just that time that I wasted getting them down in here, that's the one bad part of the adjustment I made, getting that many down in this hole. But let me tell you, like, I just sit here, swipe, I don't count. I just click and swipe. And I sit here through a whole night, and I'll sit through another one here with you guys. I'll probably speed this up at some point, so if I speed this up, then you know why. And all right, and now it is daytime. Oh, I did not ever close the door to the thing. That would have been dangerous. But anyway, you see what I mean? How a bunch. Let me just fly up there. How a bunch pops up on here. Like it's it's wasteful. But look at this. Like look at all that. All that in one not, I can't call it an AFK, but all in one session. Let me fly around the huge nether plant there and go grab the bits that are, and I mean almost an entire inventory. Let me see. Yeah, all of them are getting it. You can tell. Then you can just come through here and pluck the stuff off the bottom rows. There you go. And that is the little extra bit I've added to the resin farm here. Let's go down here. Flying down. Oh, knew I was gonna hit my head. Mined out all the walls too while I was coming up with ideas of how to do better stuff for the resin farm. I mean, so, and don't worry, this ain't gonna be the roof. I only went 5 high because this is the central part of the room, and then all the redstone to fit into the walls here. I got to mine out these corners too eventually, because hoppers to connect each little chain. And then once I get the redstone in place and get the walls in place and the floor in place, I'll knock out this wall. The cool thing about that, as I'm knocking it out, I can just put the blocks right into the system and it'll put them up for me. And I can hey, I left a block missing. But anyway, I can build the roof's going to be much higher. I'm thinking like going up another 5 or 6 blocks higher than this and kind of having it peak up. And I'm going to have a cool feature somewhere in here that's going to shoot me out with the wind charges up and out so I can fly out, and then a hole that I can fly down in, so I ain't got to always take this entrance. But I still wanted to put kind of like a cool entrance right here, so it, you know, it'll be part of the whole area here, the whole kingdom. But anyway, that is the improvement on the resin farm, and I think that is all the time I have for you guys today. I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. It was a lot of groundwork, a lot of legwork, a lot of mining, you know, the mine part of Minecraft, and showing off the new cape and enjoying this new mic I got, and everything's going good. Now, and right now, as of recording, I'm at 126 subscribers. So that is amazing. So, and we're on the road to 200 now, trying to just keep on marching ahead and keep growing the community, guys. But anyway, my name is Muno. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hope to see you guys next time, and goodbye.